Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My name is Tanek127, and welcome back to Tanek FPS. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my top 10 tips for Crossfirex to help out new players, or hell, even if you're a veteran player just getting started on the console version of Crossfire, and you want some advice from a little bit of an FPS veteran to help get you started. Check out today's video. And if this video helps you, how about consider subscribing? It'll help me out on the YouTube channel. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Also doing a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. And if you like today's video, leave a like on it. Push that little thumbs up button. It'll help me in the algorithm. But anyway, let's not waste any more of your time, and let's go ahead and get started right into today's beginner tips, shall we? The first one, tip number 10, is don't be afraid to play warm-up games. This is one thing simple, and this is whether you are a player who does on the modern playlist or the classic playlist. When you play on modern, you have the mode point capture. Now, point capture isn't exactly casual. It's more of an objective style mode. It's not exactly team deathmatch. They do need to add a team deathmatch in here for the modern playlist, and I hope they do that sooner rather than later. That would be a real easy for people to warm up, especially for when they want to go play Search and Destroy. But it's the best warm-up thing, especially since it's, a respawn-based mode that you have for now. And for you guys who play Classic, just go run some team deathmatches. Guys, even Valorant added deathmatch because, they knew it was a good way to warm up. And that is a heavily objective-based and round-based game. So, deathmatch is always an easy way to, get your fingers flowing, warm up, get some kills, practice some cheeky shots on the map and stuff like that. It never hurts to get in some TDM right before you play some Search and Destroy. Tip number 9, controller settings. Now, I have a whole video dedicated on these that I will leave in the description below for you guys to check out. But your aim sensitivity, your aim assist, all that stuff, check that out in the controller settings. And the developers have confirmed that they're going to be adding more controller settings in the future to make things a lot easier. Trust me, that's going to be a big hindrance on your gameplay. So make sure you guys are messing around with your controller settings before you jump into the most competitive and sweaty matches. Tip number 8, play with friends and communicate. This should be a no-brainer with shooters. I know not everybody wants to sweat and go hardcore all the times, but being in a friendly, more positive environment can just help your performance in general. Trust me. Have you ever been, just playing, doing great, doing games with your bros, and then you realize, there's a bunch of hot shots you got, or you do an awesome play, and you're just like, man, I should have clipped that. Yeah, no, it happens to me all the time. And that's just because, you're just chilling, playing with your friends. Even if it is a sweaty game, it's just having that positive environment around you can just make things 1,000 times easier. Tip number 7 with this game, this is one I want to stress most to people because I see this happening a lot, especially in Classic Search and Destroy and Modern Search and Destroy. This game is not Call of Duty. All right, don't rush in and go crazy like you're playing COD. This is more of a CSGO-like game, and that's whether you're playing the respawn modes or the round-based non-respawn modes. It doesn't matter. It's still going to have that high recoil, high risk, high time to kill style of gameplay. So you want to play this a lot more slow paced. I'm not talking like military sim slow pace, but play it as if you were playing something like CSGO, Valorant, or Rainbow Six Siege and stuff like that. That's the kind of pacing you need to take with this game. It's not Call of Duty, and if you come on here looking for Call of Duty, you might find yourself a little disappointed. Tip number 6, and this is a very important one, and this one can take you weeks and months because of this game's grindy nature and how much you have to farm GP for this. You guys know where I'm getting. Find yourself a good gun and good attachments that's right for you. Unlock all those guns. Focus on unlocking all of those weapons in that primary section. And there's more than just 6. A lot of people just use that mouse reticle and they think there's only a couple weapons there. Go on your D-pad when you're in the primary weapons section and scroll all the way down, and you'll see that there's a ton of SMGs, ARs, sniper rifles, and all kinds of things. You need to find a weapon that works for you, and not to mention there's a lot of attachments to unlock as well, and that's going to cost you a ton of GP, which means a lot of gameplay and a lot of farming for that GP. So it can take you weeks and maybe even months to find a weapon that's right for you in this game. But once you do and you get good with it and you get control of that weapon, it's going to pay off for you in the long run. Trust me, everyone needs a good gun that they can rely on in any type of clutch situation. Tip number 5, and you guys saw this when I when I showcased my little clip here at the beginning asking if y'all trust me to make this video. Use your pistol. Man, our man Gaz in Modern Warfare said it best. Switching to your pistol is faster than reloading. Not only that, but especially in this game, you have a Desert Eagle, which is a 50 caliber handgun. That bad boy hurts, especially if you ADS and you hit somebody in the chest and higher. You can suppress an enemy with that, and you can make them back off with a good couple shots from that bad boy. And that's with a lot of handguns in this game. Don't be intimidated, just because they're firing a billion rounds at you. One good shot to the chest or head can make your enemy rethink what they're doing. I don't care if they're using an AR or not. And besides, in a clutch situation, surprising them when you have to reload and pulling out that pistol and letting off a few more rounds, that'll surprise a lot more people than you think. Trust me on that. Tip number 4, and this is going to coincide a little bit with tip number 9. When I told you guys earlier that I had a controller and settings guide. Pick a reticle that's right for you. And I want to emphasize this especially to my players who love classic. Alright, the reticles is scientifically proven. Your eyes go towards things you are attracted to. Make a reticle that you like. That's your favorite color. And that's not just in Crossfirex. That's in any shooter. It's going to help you in modern, but it's going to do miracles for you in classic. Trust me, especially for you guys who who rely on that reticle and do a lot of hip fire aiming. Tip number 3, and this is one thing I want to jump on people the most, and this kind of coincides with tip number 7 where I said this game is not Call of Duty. Don't be afraid to peek and camp. Cheeky plays work in turn and round based modes like search and destroy, elimination modes. All right, when you play things like this, or when you play a battle royale where you have one life at stake, you're not going to run out there like an idiot. You're going to peek those corners. You're going to try and get the best angle that you can on your enemy, and that's what your goal should be in this mode, period. Play it like you're playing Siege. Play it like you're playing Valorant. Like I said before, it's not Call of Duty. Use those cheeky corner peeks. Your enemy's mad? Who cares? They're getting their ass whooped. I'd be mad too. But yeah, like I said, don't be afraid to use those angles. Don't be afraid to peek and camp. Take your time. All right? Don't be rushed. Now, tip number 2. This is kind of going to go along with tip number 3, but pick smart gunfights. All right, you guys know the rules. You have the higher ground, your enemy has the lower ground. You have the advantage. If there's a corner that you're thinking about peeking, but you already know that your enemy is firing around that corner, that means chances are that guy is ADS'd around that corner, and you shouldn't just go looking for it because he knows already where you're going to pop out, for example. All right, and don't pick spots where your head is the only thing exposed. Yes, your head is a harder target to hit, but your head is also a more vulnerable target. If you get hit there, you're not going to take as many bullets in your head as you would in your legs or your groin or your chest or anything like that. Keep in mind, this is a video game, a first-person shooter, so headshots, they hurt. They may not kill you in one hit, but they'll sure as hell take you down in 2 or 3, so keep that head down, like they tell you in real life. Now, tip number 1, and this is going to be one of the ones I want to emphasize on the most. This is a CSGO Valorant-style game, all right? Learn to use your knife properly, and that's not just for movement. All right, I see so many people, flicking their knives in and out and everything like that because they think it's a cool thing to do. They think they see people do it on CSGO. No. There is a method to every person's madness when they're flicking around their items. Like, for example, when you pull your knife out in this game, it increases your movement speed, especially for people who are going to plant and attack the objectives and plant the bomb. They use it to get across the map quicker. But you also need to be aware of where you're bringing out your knife at. For example, if you're going down a small corridor where an enemy can get an edge on you, maybe having your knife out might not be the smartest idea. And also, another thing a lot of you guys got to remember is too, I see a lot of people, they'll be running with their knife, running to an enemy that they're pretty much touching, and then switch to their gun. Your knife is also a weapon. It's not just a movement tool. Stab that person. What are you doing? I'm just saying, use your knife properly. Not only is it a weapon, but it also helps with you having good movement speed in the game as well. But anyway, guys, these are going to be my 10 tips for Crossfirex. If you have more, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. Who knows, I might even pin my favorite one down in the comments. If you all enjoyed today's video, smash that like button. I will see y'all in the next one. Peace out. Have a good one.